I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? Oh, I know. The FBI. Yeah. Just in case you decided to spend yesterday in airplane mode, this is what happened. The U.S. Justice Department had a major shakeup, and not in a fun, vibrating bed kind of way. No, the kind where you're not sure if the house is going to keep standing.
Stunning late-breaking news. President Trump has fired James Comey as director of the FBI.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Why did Trump fire Comey when Comey basically got him elected? That's why. Yeah. Because Trump doesn't want to be president. This is his revenge. That's exactly why he did it. Trump is so angry. You gave me this job that I hate, so now you get the worst punishment that I can think of. More time at home with your family. May all of your sons be Erics. So, Trump fired James Comey, the man who happened to be leading the investigation into whether Trump's campaign had colluded with Russia to win last year's election. The man who, as director of the FBI, is supposed to be politically independent, almost untouchable. People, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is bad for democracy.
President Trump's firing of FBI Director James Comey sending shockwaves through Washington.
Only the second time in American history a president has taken that step.
Concerns over a constitutional crisis.
Trump's seismic firing.
A stunning move.
A little whiff of fascism tonight.
It looks like a banana republic, America, not a democracy.
You'd think this would happen in a third world country. The idea that this happened in the United States is stunning.
This is the kind of thing that goes on in
Africa. Just say it! Say it! Just say it! This is the kind of thing that only happens in Africa! You don't have to use euphemism, banana republic or third world. Just say it. We don't beat around the bush where I come from because we have animals in the bush. If you beat the bush, then they come out. You don't mess around with beating the bush. You know what I don't get? I don't get why people still say, this could never happen in America. Isn't this the place where anything is possible? Yeah, that's what I was told. Yeah, so even Africa is possible in America. First, it's dictator Trump, and pretty soon Bono is going to be throwing benefit concerts for the U.S. Now, Trump claims that the firing happened because Comey treated Hillary unfairly during the email investigation. Which, oh, you guys, you don't believe him? You don't believe him? I mean, come on, guys, it doesn't make any sense, right? That would be like returning a fleshlight because your orgasms were too powerful. It was too good, too good. Because when James Comey reopened the Hillary investigation a week before the election, basically taking a huge dump on the shot at the White House, no one was a bigger fan of that decision than Donald Trump.
It took guts for Director Comey to make the move that he made in light of the kind of opposition he had. He brought back his reputation. He brought it back. He's got to hang tough because there's a lot of people want him to do the wrong thing. What he did was the right thing.
Which is why I'm going to fire him for it. I fire people who do the right thing. It's why all my businesses succeed. I'm sorry, but that's straight up bull. And the administration also says that Comey's firing wasn't just Trump's idea, but it was recommended by Attorney General Jeff Sessions, which is also bull. Because back when Comey did the things that he presumably just got fired for, Sessions was Team Comey too.
He had an absolute duty, in my opinion, 11 days or not, to come forward with the new information that he has and let the American people know that, too. You know, FBI Director Comey did the right thing. When he found new evidence, he had no choice.
You sneaky little liar! Yeah! And I hate him so. I wish Jeff Sessions had stayed at his old job. I'm just going to put it out there. But you know, like, you don't need to be a genius to figure out why Trump really canned Comey. It rhymes with Russia.
Mounting evidence suggests that Comey was fired because of the president's irritation with the FBI's Russia investigation.
The New York Times now reporting Comey had asked for more resources for the investigation into Russia just days before he was fired.
CNN sources say Comey's firing comes as subpoenas went out for associates of Michael Flynn.
That's right. Michael Flynn again. Who would have thought this guy would turn out to be Trump's most costly divorce? Who would have thought? So, Comey wasn't just any old bureaucrat who Trump fired. Trump fired Comey just as Comey was starting to actively investigate Trump's people, which you've got to admit makes Trump look hella suspicious, right? That's like breaking up with your girlfriend right after she asks you if she can look at your phone. Hey, honey, can I see your phone? I don't think we should be together anymore. What? What are you talking about? I just wanted to see her phone. Yeah, it's a normal phone. We've been growing apart. You're fired. Do you remember how when Trump was elected, everyone was worried because he showed autocratic tendencies? You remember that? Well, this is what the people were worried about. Because before this, it was scary, but it was still talk. Threatening the press, delegitimizing judges, that Mussolini face that he always makes. But what we're seeing here is the difference between words and actions. It's like the difference between saying the police and actually trying to the police. There's a big difference. And here's what makes this particularly scary. In America, you specifically have checks and balances for this reason. So if a president makes a dubious decision like this, you could trust Congress to step in and do something about it. Trump, we don't know if you've done the right thing. We're going to call in witnesses, hire a special prosecutor, et cetera, et cetera. That's what happened in Watergate. But this Congress has shown they have no intention of holding the president accountable.
It's obviously within the president's authority and role to do this. I think he made an important command decision.
I think the firing of Comey couldn't have come soon enough.
The decision the president's made, and we'll go from here.
Today, we'll no doubt hear calls for a new investigation, which could only serve to impede the current work.
They're talking about the firing was Nixonian. It has echoes of Watergate. For the people who are writing those headlines, what's your message to them?
My message is suck it up and move on.
Oh, yeah. And the people at Fox News were like, that's our slogan. Here's the thing. Democracies don't go away in a flash, right? People need to get that into their minds. You don't just wake up one morning and tanks are rolling through the streets. That's not how it works. It's a slow burn with many steps along the way. And this is a big step. Without Congress to rely on, Comey was the one person we trusted to be unbiased. Whether you liked or hated his decisions, it didn't feel like he was on anyone's side. But now he's out. And with him, so is the people's hopes of holding Trump accountable. Comey basically packed the hopes up in his box along with his work toothbrush. A lot of people are distraught by this decision. The other people are Russians.
Russia's foreign minister is sitting down with the U.S. Secretary of State right now. Here's what Sergei Lavrov had to say when reporters asked him about Comey's firing.
Does the Comey firing cast a shadow over your talks, gentlemen?
Was he fired?
Yes.
You are kidding. You are kidding.
You're kidding. No, really, you're kidding. Who could have predicted such a crazy thing that we ordered your president to do? Ha ha! You're kidding. You're kidding. Look, I know it's probably a coincidence, but how bizarre is it that Tillerson just happened to meet with the Russian foreign minister today? What's even weirder is that Trump also had a meeting with his counterparts.
Master, you'll be pleased to know I've done your bidding. So much bidding, the best bidding.
Спасибо, Donald.
Congratulations! You've been randomly selected as a winner of free Daily Show episodes. Yes, you. To claim your prize, just watch full episodes of The Daily Show for free anytime with the Comedy Central app or at thedailyshow.com. What a winner you are! So much winning.